Hey everybody, I just want to say welcome to the show. We're going to be kicking it off here in about 30-40 seconds. I mostly want to say thank you to Beetle and Grim. I opened their box and I looked through it, and it is amazing. We will use some of it during the show today, but I found out that inside this box there are blank sheets of paper that duplicate the handouts that they have for me to print on. And they gave me all the PSTs, so I get to print stuff and send it to the cast to make their lives even more difficult. Super excited for that. We're going to kick off the show. If you haven't gotten your Stream Loot cards, grab them before we get started. We are low on a few cards, especially our retainer cards right now. And then this is the Stream Loots sub-month. If you've not subbed to our Stream Loots, that's how you put reactions on the screen. And at the first of the month, next month, you get a free couple packs of cards. All right, everybody, let's kick this off. Diana, it's gonna be okay. Hey, everybody, how are we doing? Welcome to the show. This is episode 5, Refugees of Ash. It's not the actual name because I don't think I've ever actually used the real names of any of the chapters in this book. Nope, I have not. I have not at all. Instead, I've been making them up as I go along because that's way more fun for me. We left off this group in a pretty tiring situation. Not even a difficult, just tiring. This group has been in Vogler helping everybody out of the peninsula, out of the fishing village, to make their way to Capwn on a flotilla of ferries, riverboats, and anything else the fishermen can provide. They made all of their checks but one, which means some people are getting left behind and have to walk. It's a very dangerous thing to walk away from the Red Dragon army. We'll see how that goes for them. I don't have a lot of hope for those survivors. With that said, our group is all on the ferry. It's an East Tide ferry. And for those who haven't figured this out yet, Adam's character is an East Tide, and they're also the younger, the one that Moxie's character and Allie's character basically beat up on. And then the dad of the younger was pulled out of the building by Darrent as he was attacked by Athena's wonderful boiler drake that was animated, and they left him behind. Now that may not sound important, but I can tell you it's really important. So with that said, we're going to kick off tonight with them loading everything up, and we're going to ask the group a couple of questions before we dive in too far into this. Is everybody ready in the background? Do you guys got your drinks? Are we all ready to rock and roll? Oh, there's some screaming in the background. Oh my God, that was so loud. That was so loud. Wow. You guys couldn't hear that. You owe me Stream Loot cards for that. You'd be happy you couldn't hear that. With that said, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
None of you died during the burning of Vogler.
Nope.
Yet.
I mean, almost. I almost got crushed.
That's true.
So before we start, I'm trying to help buy our way to victory as part of
good
Monday's
answer.
bankroll.
You can also gift packs to the community.
But here's the thing. So my Stream Loot says the collection is paused.
Really? It should not be.
Yes.
It should say it's active and at the top of the page. Refresh. I did it when we were getting ready to go live.
All right.
If you haven't refreshed since we started.
Let me buy my way to victory first, and then I will refresh.
But while you're buying your way to victory, you were all talking about loading up the ferry to get out of here. And I was kind enough to give us a full-fledged paddle boat ferry for the show. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to take us over to the river. It's going to take a second to load here, and I'll bring it over for the rest of the people. I put a map in the corner just in case Adam and Diana stuff isn't working, because, you know, it happens. But loading the river ferry up here on this map. This ferry has 3 levels to it. So I'll take us over so everybody else can see it.
a flag waving in the.
Oh
wind?
yeah, whole 9 yards. So the way
Working
this
on mine.
works, is there are 3 layers to this thing. This is our top of our riverboat, and I'm just gonna pull it apart, right?
Okay.
Okay. Then we have the middle of the riverboat, which is a casino. Imagine that. The East Tides have a casino riverboat. And then on the below is storage. The sides are oversized pieces of glass cut like rubies, and they call it the Ruby of the Vingrad. That is what it is lovingly labeled on the back of it. It has not been running for months. But now, due to the flux that was used, for some reason this thing is up and running and people are loading in. They got a dock that they've put out to the side over here, and they are loading people onto this boat. Now, I could bring a bunch of people and throw on this boat. Just assume every nook and cranny is filled with about 300 people.
Okay.
And their luggage and anything they can carry. The rule was you have to be able to carry it to get on the boat. If you can't carry it, it's not coming. This whole front room is locked. So when you come down and around, you got to go around the edges of it. You can't actually get into this room. And there is a guard posted outside of it for Vogler. With that said, I have to ask, Aldrin, where is the supplies you went and got? And where do you want to store them on the boat?
Ooh.
And did you just ask that merchant to bring it, or did you bring it yourself?
I asked the merchant to bring it for me.
Well,
that was.
We'll see if that's actually true. So, yeah. So let me turn you on. So not like that.
Oh, Eric.
It costs $10.
I got 20.
3 easy payments. So with that said, Aldrin, you were sent here to also grab something for the head of the Masoners Guild.
Yes.
With that said, we'll do a little flashback before this is loaded, before this is burning to the ground. Whoops, because you said you were going to set this up, right? And bring it with you and make sure that everything was good to go. Wasn't that the game plan?
Yes, yeah.
All right. So with that said, how good are you at actually talking people into doing stuff? Because otherwise you're carrying this yourself. And I would like to remind you, you were told to pick up Masoners tools. And that may sound like it's not a lot, but you'd be dead wrong.
I'm great at talking to people.
Are you good at getting people to do things for you?
Not necessarily, but you know, it's okay.
Okay.
Typically, people ask me to go and do things for them, and I run messages back and forth. But you know, it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I will take us into this area, and we'll just assume that the X isn't here and that the burning hasn't started. I'll take us down into this lovely little section, and we'll see if you have a way to do this. So, you know areas are X'd off, and the problem's going to have... Oh, KJ gifted 10 packs. Pick up your StreamLoot packs, everybody. With that said, you show up. There is a oversized high door. It's about 12 foot tall. Just the doorway is. And it's shaped like... kind of like a double wide at the top and narrow at the bottom.
All right.
Weird, because carts usually have to go through. You just make a double door. And this is a single door, and it looks like it slides up and like around like a garage door into the building.
Okay.
Door is shut. What time of the day are you coming here to pick this stuff up?
I was gonna do it right before we started loading everybody up, because I wanted to get that hopefully on. That was the plan, to get everything on the ship and start getting people. I needed to take care of what I needed to do and then get that.
Okay.
And then start helping get people on.
Then I would say when you show up, do you remember the guy's name you're supposed to ask?
I do. His name's Oppo.
Oppo?
Oppo.
Oppo.
OPO.
OPO. Yep, you got it. Oppo. When you show up, the sign says closed for renovations.
That's a song in Little Shop of Horrors. I don't believe that.
Okay. What would you like to do? Doors closed. I don't care how many times you've come. It says closed for renovations.
All right. I'm gonna just start knocking and be like, "Excuse me, is there an Oppo here? Hello? I have a message."
Oh, you're gonna pound and ask around?
I'm gonna pound on the door. Yeah. Hello. Somebody open the door, please. Message from from Capwn. Yeah, hello? Anyone there?
When you pound on the door and ask around, surely enough, someone comes to that, like, rolling top door. And I walk over, and you see this huge hand come underneath the door, grab it, and slide it up. And the first thing you see is, like, layers of rings on black horns as a minotaur's snout is face-to-face with you.
Whoa. Ooh, hey there.
It says closed for renovations, kid.
Oh, I know, I get that, but you do know that we're also going to be, we're trying to get everybody out of the city, correct?
I don't know who you are, and I ain't leaving.
Well, all right, fine. You don't want to leave, that's okay. But there's a Dragon Red army on its way, and actually I have a message from the Masons Guild Master back in the city of Capwn. I was supposed to pick up some tools before I left the city here.
Who are you?
My name is Aldern Easttide. I came from the Master of the Masons Guild, Drick Mudthou. Yes, he sent me here to get some Mason's apprentice tools.
Yeah. Come on, you're the reason I'm closed.
Me? What do you mean I'm the reason for it? What did I do?
So you walk into the shop, and it's a 3-story, but very narrow and tall. Windows are open, and there is a gigantic crane made of wood, and our Tinker Gnome, like, building this thing as he's talking to you. He's like, that's why. My entire shop is covered with this damn crane.
Well, honestly, I didn't put him to work or anything. Was he sent here by the capital as well?
He's making this. This is yours.
That's mine.
Yeah, the crane.
That's what I'm supposed to...
Those 2 wheelbarrows and those 10 crates.
Oh, shite. That's a lot. Well, is it almost done? Will it be done in like the next, I don't know, a couple hours before we all leave? Because I need to get it on the ferry that's in the docks right now.
He's just been messing with it. I think it's ready to go. He's been lifting stuff. Apparently you're using it to raise some monument.
Oh, yes. No, that makes sense. We've got a statue that we're putting back up in the capital as well. That's why old Drick couldn't make it.
Well, how you getting it out of here?
Oh, well, I mean, you're a fine, strapping Minotaur man. Perhaps maybe you could use those muscles, or unless you have another group, other workers that could help me get that. But honestly, as you can see, I'm about a tiny little messenger. I don't think I'm going to be able to lift this thing by myself.
Well, no, he's going to take it apart, and it's going to go in all them boxes. And then he will go with you to rebuild it in the capital.
Oh, well, good. I was going to say, hopefully, I don't have to take the whole thing like that. Oh, that should be fine. Do you have any other workers here that could help with that?
Why? He can just... Well, hey, are you ready to take this apart? And he looks up, and his face is just covered in grease. He goes, it seems to work. Yeah, I can take it apart. Why? He said, well, they want to take it with them. Now. Put it in the boxes, man. Yeah, it shouldn't take him too long. And he, like, immediately just starts to walk away from you.
Okay. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Get the shit out of my workshop. And why are we leaving the city?
We're leaving the city because there's a giant army about to break down the doors and burn everything.
I'm sorry. An army is coming to a fishing village to burn it down?
Yeah. You haven't seen all these people. And I open the door and you just see people. It's like you haven't noticed this all day, all morning.
No, it's very quiet in here. The noise complaints are high. We got magic to stop any noise from passing out of the shop. Thanks to him. Hey man, you need to pack this thing up and get it out of here. He like leans in. He's like, yeah. Hold on. And he grabs a hammer and he goes, ping, and it just crumples in the middle of the place.
Oh, that's a mighty fine trick you got there. Can you hit it again just like that and it all just rebuilds?
Yeah, the hammer goes with the package.
Nice.
Only works one way, though. One down, one up. After that, you gotta call me. That's how I make my money.
All right. Oh, no, that's perfect. But you're able to get it all inside these boxes and we can get it there. Dude,
all 18 of them.
All 18 of them. Huh. Is there anyone else to help you carry these? Are you able to, like, take all of these yourself to get over?
That wasn't in the manifest for us to move them.
Well, actually, I've got a little bit of coin on me. If the two of you could at least help me out with it.
Oppo? He goes, nope.
Nopo?
Did you just actually do that?
Yep.
Nope.
I have nothing to say. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to nopo-opo me here. If you would like to try to convince them, you can make me a roll.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I got a little bit of gold on me. I'd be happy to throw you a little bit, even if it's just a couple boxes. You could definitely help. Persuasion. It's definitely not gonna do it. That gives me a big old 10.
Well, you always have the option to lean into your bond's ideals and flaws.
True.
Or you could take some damage and reroll. Or you could do a social. You could do a social skill to reroll. We do have rerolls for socials.
Yeah, let's do a reroll with a social.
All right, we'll knock off a reroll. Let's see who's we're gonna use here. Activity. Who do we have? Cards play, DL, social. Reroll social.
Yeah.
We will use. Ooh, we only got 2 left actually. People have been blowing through them. We'll use Kyler's.
All right.
Kyler, we're using yours. Thank you very much.
So, kind of clear my throat. Noble. Yeah, no, I got a little bit of gold, and and he just kind of loses his train of thought as he's thinking about it. That's actually one worse, so that's a 9.
What's your total?
A 9.
Would you like to use +2 to social rolls? +2 to charisma, I should say.
Sure, that'll give me an 11.
He looks at you, looks at the stuff, he goes, 50 gold. I'll move all 18 boxes for you, even if the army's here.
50 gold. I mean, I've got 20 on me right now.
Now I'm gonna give you an option. Did you steal any of the gold from the stone sarcophagus of Ispin Greenshield? Did you steal a gem? Anything like that? Because we talked about this privately.
We sure did talk about it. He was more invested in the giant gold bars, but there you did say there was a couple little shinies. I would say I grabbed a little blue shiny sapphire.
Audience, can I get a D100 from you? This will be the value of it.
5.
I hope it's 5. That would be amazing if that was true. See what they get us. While that's going on, he starts grabbing boxes, loading them on like a lift in the back to roll them out onto the docking. He's going to take a boat over and then load them onto the boat. 50 on the money! That is golden grams.
Yeah, so I'll look at it and be like, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe this might help. And I reach down in my pouch and I pull out a little blue sapphire. I said, I do believe after staring at it, and I'll flick it over to him.
He grabs it and he's like, works for me, and puts it in an apron pocket. He's like, I'll have it over there before the end of the morning.
Oh, excellent. Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Yep, just happy to have my shop back. Well, for an hour or two.
Well, and Rick also thanks you as well, too. I'll put in a good word for you. That's
you tell Rick I'm coming to that city, so I need a job.
Absolutely. Yeah. So does that mean you're going to come with us then?
I mean, she's going to sit here and die in a burning blaze of fire? No.
All right. Good man.
Which boat should I be on? I see the whole flotilla out here.
You know what? We're trying to put everybody on as much as we can, but possibly the giant ferry would...
Is that where this is going?
Yes, that's exactly where
I'll stay with the cargo. With that said... as you board this as a group, standing outside the door with the militia guard, or sitting in a small stool, is that Minotaur playing dice with the guard.
Nice.
Otherwise, it'd have been just the guard here.
Cool.
So as you walk down, you do see someone that you recognize.
Excellent.
Everybody is loading up as quickly as possible. Did the party decide to take a long rest at all that night, or did you power through the evening? This is kind of important.
I don't know about everybody else. I tried to power through the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would have as well.
Okay. Powering through. All right, then I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw for exhaustion.
Con save. I get a plus 38. That's amazing.
what mine is.
Dang!
I'll go with an 18 total.
That's good.
Can I?
11.
Oh
11.
I was gonna say, can I lean into my personality trait?
What's your personality? I'd love to hear this argument.
I never fail, only succeed.
Nope, I just saw you both wrong. Never fail, only succeed. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
see if it's better.
That's gonna be a 1.
That was definitely worse. Okay, cool. That was worse.
Was it worse, really?
7.
Man, you
It
just,
was definitely worse. So
you're
it's
just,
7. It's
you're
a better
just,
roll.
you're just not rolling well tonight. What did you get in total?
I'm tired. A 7.
Diana, what'd you get?
11. 7, 11. Slurpees.
You are both exhausted.
Sorry,
Of course we
Kelly.
are.
That's okay. You know what? Here's the thing. Like, when you are part of the Nemersdorf family, you gotta burn the midnight oil, because if you fail, you're getting booted.
True.
It was a rough upbringing.
True. That's very true, actually. So as you guys take your rest for the evening and, or not rest, show up exhausted for the evening as they're loading everything up and the boats are getting ready to leave the next morning, you've packed through the night, loading this ferry up with everything that you could possibly load. It is packed to the gills. As you've been moving around helping people, you do get Oppo to help out some of the heavy stuff, because while he is kind of stern, he does actually give a shit about the people who live here. But you know who doesn't?
The little gnome.
Nah, Brockus the Younger. Remember
He's
how
a
you
dick.
sent him to the boat and he's like, I will take an area here and set up and make sure that, you know, I'm there when we're ready to leave? He is. He's there when you're ready to leave. And he is not helping at all.
Of course he's not.
He's sitting around, chilling, doing a lot of nothing, making sure that his spot on the boat is good. He's also locked another one of the doors, not allowing anyone to store their stuff in it. And he's storing all of his own stuff there, which means we are quickly running out of space.
Because he has a locked door.
Because he has a locked door on the boat. As a matter of fact, let me take us back to our boat. He has taken the largest area to stockpile his stuff that he has had loaded throughout the night onto the boat. I would say I feel bad, but, you know, just the nature of this kid. Let me pull this up for us. So this is the riverboat. He has taken this room and filled it with his stuff.
Largest fucking room.
Do we know he's actually filled it with his stuff, or is he just being that type of
Oh,
guy?
there's a sign. There's a sign on each door, or the 4 that go in there. They are all locked, and it says Eastad belongings.
East Side belongings, huh?
Oh, these old. Wow, wrong accent.
Yo.
Diana remembers how to play.
You know what? She's getting into character as Savine.
Yeah,
all right?
correct. Yes, right.
Yeah, I guess Levine would be in an English accent. I don't know. Well, anyway,
true.
I would.
It's true.
I walk up to Adriel and. Are these all yours in these rooms?
No, it's not mine. It's my deck cousin. How many times have you heard me call him a deck since we've been here?
Dead or dead?
Deck.
Every time.
Deck.
Dick.
Giant flaccid deck.
Dick.
Yes, deck.
Don't you mean tiny flaccid dick?
Yeah, well, he's tall, so technically he's a big one.
Okay, so what's all in here?
I don't know. He's got a lot. Break it down. See what's in there.
Does anyone? Can I look around and see if anyone's around us?
There are yes. There's 300 people packed to the gills. It is like moving through a crowd for a concert.
Okay. Either we open or we find your cousin.
What's that? What's that sign here right there?
It says east side.
East Tide. Who's in East Tide? I can get in there as well too. I just don't have a key.
Great, I open it for you. So I'm gonna get down and try to open it.
You're gonna try to pick the lock?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a
What
roll.
roll?
Are you
Sleight of
how
hand or?
how
No, it's your
awake
toolkit.
are you? How awake are you right now?
She's
Yeah.
exhausted.
So we have. I think
boy.
we're level
yeah, what
1 essentially, right?
happens?
We got disadvantage on ability checks.
Huh?
Yeah.
So I roll twice.
You roll 2 and take the lowest.
Felina, why don't
That
you?
was a 16. Yes.
I was gonna say you look a little tired. Maybe I could do that for you.
Well, I go ahead. I feel she feels like an 18 as a total. So she's kind of squinting.
She feels
and
like an
listening to you.
18.
Which is pretty good for being
Rolled a
tired.
14, and the second one was, or first one was 16, next one was 14. So plus
Okay,
4.
okay.
I think I got it. Look, I wrote it. Boop. Okay. Did it open?
What was the total? 18 with the penalty?
Yeah.
The doubles? Yeah, you do get it open, as a matter of fact. Inside of this room, the south part from basically those 2 doors back is full. Right? There is a
Right.
cot here, a chest, a rug, like a small bedroom.
What the fuck?
Plenty of space in here.
Mhm.
Okay, no one is going to have just this room.
There's like a changing screen on the back wall over here.
No, we don't got time for all that. We should just grab some of it, start tossing it overboard. We don't have space for
I
it.
was going to say.
Absolutely.
But I think you should take down the east side sign. Take it off the doors so everyone knows to come in here.
Yeah, and just rip
Listen,
it down.
here's my thought.
Wow.
Oh no,
Yes.
hold on. What's here exactly? Is it like gold, or is it like clothes and food, or what did he pack?
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, oh, what did he pack in general?
Yeah.
It's just boxes and a lot of steamer trunk style and crates and shit like that.
I mean, Aldrin, you would know your cousin better than either of us, but I'm assuming he's a pampered boy. Probably has a lot of goods in here that could possibly make the trip easier if they were requisitioned, or something just happened to them. And you know what? The door opened. We don't know what happened. We just assumed. We saw the East Tide name on the doors. We assumed it was something that you had set aside. And what if it gets distributed to some of the people here that need help?
You know what? Some people could come lay on this bed that are really exhausted. You know, that's totally fine.
Can I go?
No, you can't go. Not yet. We got to make sure we got everyone else rested and on the ship properly.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying if rather than, like, I don't want to toss all this stuff, but if we can use it
Audience,
to help the people
can I
on the
get a
boat,
D6 roll while they're discussing this, please?
if we can use this stuff to help the people on the boat, I'd rather keep it here to take from him if we need it
Yeah,
than
some of
junk it
can-
all.
Yeah,
Don't
but
we
like
need the
like
room?
like the changing screen, we don't need that.
No, the room for the humans. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
physical
you want to get
bodies.
300 people on here? This is cutting out like 50. Oh, 20. I shouldn't say 50. 25 people probably could fit in this room if they were standing. But the cargo, like everyone's got stuff they're carrying, like they need spots to put shit.
How well did he
Before.
pack it?
Oh, well, I mean, the back wall's got some stuff. It's
Did he just
stacked
spread it
like,
all out like a rich boy?
Yeah, 100%.
Anyone play those puzzles
like-
where you have to stack
like
everything
this guy?
together? Yeah.
By the way, this is the Beetle and Grimm. It even gives you the stats on the back.
Yeah, that's
And
so
it's
cool.
divided, so you can put it on your GM screen. Whoop. So,
Love that. That's so cool.
yeah, I mean, you could go find him and talk to him, but there's a lot of people here.
No, I'm just saying we just stack it all and then
Okay,
set
yeah, you
East
can
Tide on the
take
door.
some time, stack it. While this is going on, one of the guards leans into the room from Vogler. And he's like, the captain's ready to go. We are, the city is under attack.
Oh, it's already started.
There is burning coming from the north part of Vogler. We believe that the Red Dragon army is here. We should believe what we can.
Can we bring in a couple more with this room really quickly?
No. I mean, we made ourselves some more room. Can you tell the captain? Are we able to get at least 20, 30 more people?
I
on here
mean,
really fast.
everyone is loading up on the flotilla. If we want to risk, I can tell them to wait. You should probably come to the upper deck and take a look, though, before
Great.
you make that decision.
Sure.
all right, let's
All right, well, I will bring this back over. At the top deck, you can see, here's the captain's area. This whole area is packed with people and gear. They're the last people to get on. The ferry's actually like sinking in the water a little bit.
Okay.
As they are loading, yeah, from just storage and everything else. As people are loading up, they're pulling the gangplank away, and people are waiting for the next boat to come up. There are, 2-mast like fishing boats. Like there's some big boats here, but this has got the biggest space to carry people. As you get to the top, you see Easttide standing, the son, Baracus the Younger, sitting next to the captain in a chair, in the captain's chair. In the captain's chair. As you get up top, you can catch him out of the corner of your eye. And the captain is talking to people. He's like, we can't take any more. There's no more space. And that's what he's saying as you all come up to the deck, the top deck.
The captain is saying that.
The captain is saying that because he thinks the place is full. He's been told by everybody else it's full. That's what he's saying. What would the three of you like to do?
How bad is it on the docks? Like, could we buy some time?
This entire area here is full of a line of people all the way down and around the stairs.
I meant in terms of the army encroaching. Like,
you can't see from there. So if we go back to the big map of Vogler on fire, this is the map for Vogler. Right now, we would be at the point where the dragon is here.
Okay.
All right.
And it would be the other dragon as well. It would be this one, the actual boiler drake.
Okay.
Pushing through, and there's fires showing up. Like these fires in the center of the city wouldn't be there yet. You are down over here. Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
In the wharf. So it's not looking good. And the captain would see you all, and the mayor is up there as well, and the mayor is like, help. She's grabbing stuff and setting down. Remedor is there. He's setting stuff down. They're all doing their part.
Okay.
The captain starts heading back to the captain's helm and getting ready to depart.
No, we need to put more people on. I'm gonna look at you two and go, talk, tell them to wait just 5 more minutes.
I'm gonna say right in front of the cars, the Younger.
Are you going to go all the way into the helm
Yes.
area? Okay, so
Yes.
you walk up to the helm area. Brackus sees you and goes, you all made it. Whew.
Frank
It
has
has
real quick.
been horrible. I didn't know if you would make it here or not. I was really afraid for your well-being.
I'm so touched by your concern.
Oh, yeah, quite concerned. What were you going to ask me there, Diana?
I was gonna say, while I tell them to go talk to them because they're better talkers,
Yeah,
I wanted to weave through the crowd towards
Sure.
the boat's entrance
Uh-huh.
to help throw their stuff on and help people as quick as I can.
So while you
At
would be
least-
able to help bring things on, you are exhausted, it'll be tiring. The best person on board to do that would be the Minotaur that you guys convinced to be on board.
Is he near me?
He's on, you know where he is. He's on the bottom deck in front of that door watching everybody.
So then I would go towards
All right.
him. once
So you
I
walk
saw.
down the stairs to him. Totally fine with that. Let's see what Adriel wants to say, and we'll go downstairs.
Yeah.
So, Adriel, because she's that kind of person, she just goes up to the captain, and with Bakaris the Younger right there, she's like, listen, we actually have extra room. Someone had blocked off some doors saying S-Tide property, and we talked to Aldrin, and he cleared it. We were able to move some stuff around. We think we can get 20 to 30 more people.
Captain looks to the Younger, and he just shrugs. And he goes, "I locked the door. I mean, it's my ferry. My dad bought it for me for my 13th birthday." He goes, "Yeah, it's great. There's more space down there."
Yes. I'm sorry, we didn't know that you had locked the door. We just thought someone had locked it on behalf of,
Oh, no, I did. Crackers is like, I locked it. It's my stuff. It's my room.
Oh, I'm purposely making him look
I know.
like a shittier person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The captain's like, I can give you 10 minutes, but if whatever's going on in the city moves these docks, this ferry is going to chug. It is slow.
Right. Yeah.
And we are pulling rafts and boats behind us. We can't haul out of here quickly. So,
Right. Appreciate it, Captain. I'll pass the message along, and I'll walk over to the people that are. I'll start heading over towards the gangplank.
okay, so you're going to make your way down there as well.
Yeah.
So then we will. Are you staying on the top deck then?
Yeah.
Or were you going downstairs with Valina, or are you staying on the top deck?
I was gonna say because as soon as I heard the okay from the captain, I'm gonna head straight over to the gangplank and tell them, from the captain, keep that up. We're bringing more people aboard.
All right, so I will take us back to here. Let it load up here. So with that said, this is the setup. The gangplank is down below here on the second floor off the casino. So if I were to take this apart,
Gotcha.
you will sleazy it here.
All right. So I'd head down the second floor. Yeah, I'll make my way to the back end.
All right.
And let them all know.
So you start telling them to bring 25 more people on with their stuff.
Yes.
With that said, Valina, you're going to go downstairs and talk to our guy?
Yes.
All right, hold on then. So as you make your way down the stairs, he's sitting there. He goes, "That's another one for me." He's like, "Nice job, though, man. I know you've been practicing. But hey, I'll buy you dinner when we get to Calaban, because this is going to be a shitty ride." And he stands up and he has to duck so he doesn't hit the chandelier that hangs in the stupid ferry. And he looks at you and goes, "Sorry, man. I'm going upstairs to get some
No,
air."
it's okay. Listen, I was wondering if I can need your help for a couple more minutes. We can fit 25 more people, and you're fast enough, and I'm trying my best to stay awake because I've been working all night. Can you please help?
Well, I mean, what's in it for me?
Please.
No offense or anything, but I've already helped load a whole bunch of stuff up. You're asking me to do.
Did I
double duty.
watch him playing dice earlier?
He was. Yeah. 100% walk by.
Then I reach into my bag and I show him this cool dragon chess set.
Oh, I don't play chess. That's not my jam. Sorry.
Okay, well, do you want payment? I can ask my friend.
Money would be. Oh, the guy who owns that room over there? What
Well,
a
not
dick.
that one. No, this is nice. The nicer family member. He has money. I can
The
ask
dad?
him.
He's even worse.
No, this is Adriel. Your both names sound the same. Aldrin.
I'm sorry. Would you like to say that again? All the names sound the same? Yeah? Yeah? Hey, everybody. I would like to point out that this entire group has decided that for some fucking reason, everybody has to have the same goddamn name. Just saying. Anyway, so he goes, I mean, maybe. You want a persuasion? You want to intimidate? What would you like to do? You could spend a social check to get rid of the disadvantage and just have a straight roll.
Oh.
There's one left, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, that's Bears. Are you intimidating? Are you persuading him? What are you doing?
We're going to... They're both the same. I'm going to persuade.
Okay.
I don't want to intimidate because we're trying to save people here. But he's way bigger.
I mean, hey,
than
man,
me.
sometimes you gotta Batman people.
12.
Ooh. Would you like to use a green card to also up your charisma? By 2.
Sure.
I mean,
I don't have charisma, so it's 14.
well, it'll add, yeah, but that
Oh,
it's
13.
plus 2, so.
Wait, 14.
So let me see. I think we have a charisma one left in here somewhere. And I'll give you a 13. Do we have one left? Ooh, I don't think we do. I think we might have used it. Click it and play it. We'll use Kyler's. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Go ahead and click it and play it. So Kyler, we're going to use that. So that gives you plus 2 to a charisma check.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is total.
All right, man. You're right. It's Vogler. I can't. They've welcomed me in. I gotta help them. Let's go. No more discussion. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
And he walks around, and as he walks down through... Now, again, I would like to point out. I'm gonna move this over. He walks through this, opens his door. This is all the supplies that are being brought to Kalamon, which is the crane and everything. He walks down here, and he sees the door with Easttide, and he puts his hand on it and just shoves it off the hinges.
No, that works.
And he goes to the next one, and he shoves it off the hinges. And he goes, there's no reason to have doors if we're loading this shit up. And he turns and starts walking towards the dock, and walks out and starts grabbing stuff and bringing it in. And people are like hanging bags off his horns and shit. And he's carrying on to the ferry. So with that said, you have enough help to get this done and move out of here before the dragon army encroaches to the middle. Takes about 15, 20 minutes to load all these people up. Like it's a lot of gear and people you're loading.
Okay.
And Easttide, you said you went down there to help as well, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the group. So as everybody is kind of helping load this up, the ferry gets ready to go, the paddle starts, and you see all the ropes come up out of the water, and there's just an army of ropes that go out to all the rafts behind it, dragging at least another 1,000 people behind this boat in a flotilla. And there's other boats with sails where people are, tethered off of them, and they start making their way down the river. With that said, because you did so well, I will give you perception checks with advantage, which means for those who are exhausted, it's a wash. For everybody else, it is a advantage on your roll.
Okay.
I will even roll for your retainer.
Okay. Just so you guys didn't think I was effing around, like I would have found the people that,
Damn it.
anyone who could protect the ship.
Yep.
I would
A
be
lot
by
of the
them.
militia are here on this one, and there's some militia on the bigger ship as well. There's 2 double-mast sailboats as well for fishing that have some guards on them as well.
Well, okay, I got a natural 1 and then a 14, so my total is a 17.
All right, we're looking for 14s here.
14. I rolled a 14.
Okay.
I got it 14.
I'm too tired. I got a 9.
With that said, as the boat starts pulling away and pulling all these ropes, on some of the ropes, you can see hands holding onto them as they snap up, and you see draconians come up and out and their wings spread out of the water behind you. With that said, the captain yells, I feel like the anchor's down. Someone check. We ain't moving.
Crap.
We're not moving because of those up there.
We're
And I
on
point to
the
the
dock.
draconians.
Who is going to run to the anchor on the boat? Either of you, or you gonna send somebody to do it? How would this group like to handle it?
Either or Oppo or Ono. What was it?
Oppo.
Because you said he's the strongest, yeah?
He's got a 20. He's the strongest person probably on this.
I would walk over to him and be like, I need you, the anchor.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, sure. He runs to the side, and he's like, anchor's sitting here, and he yells across the boat. It's up!
So I point to the militia that are around me. I'm like, get your ranged weapons. Those are what's holding us back. And I point to the draconians.
So you have 3 militia here, and then you have some other hunters here with bows, and they pull them out. As they fly up, they don't come towards the ferry. They start going towards the rafts.
Oh, no.
There are 15 in total.
Draconians?
Are they holding the boat, or like what's?
No, they're not. They just used when the ropes came up, they came up out of the water with them. They pulled off,
leverage.
sprout their wings, and they start going to the rafts. And people are fighting. You hear combat break out.
All right, so I turn to the captain, like, if the anchor's up, what else could be keeping us in place?
It ain't the weight, we're on water.
Like, what's the steering mechanism for this thing? Like,
It's got
is it
helm, it's a
sails,
full
or
wheel. No, it's a paddle boat.
Do you think there's something in the wheels that
Like
could be stuck?
there's foam and stuff coming out. Like, it's moving, it's just barely tugging. Like, something is stopping this from moving forward. Brackus goes, I mean, it was broken. Maybe it's still broken. No one checked. He's like, I pulled it over here, you stupid shit. It obviously works.
Can I use my special, my eye for detail?
What does that do?
You can use a bonus action to make a wisdom perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an intelligence check to uncover or decipher clues?
Yeah, I'd say you could like run around, look into the water, and see what you can figure out. I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I just roll perception, correct?
Yep, at disadvantage.
Oh, because I'm
you're
exhausted. Okay, that's a 2.
That's your roll.
An 11, so I guess
You,
it's a 2.
when you look over, you ever have those moments where like you were doing well, and all of a sudden the tiredness kicks in, your eyes close, and you kind of do the bob. You're doing that like on the ledge, walking around. It's one of the random townsfolk are like, "Are you okay?"
I'm just tired. I've been helping all night. I'm fine. I'm gonna keep going.
Wait. Hold on. And he like reaches down into his bag and he pulls out. I am going to play a potion card. I'm going to spend points from me and spend a potion card. Can I get the audience to roll me a d20 for what kind of potion this is?
Oh no! I've done a game like this before. It's not good.
It's a great game.
Oh.
It's a great game. I mean, you can always dive in the water. That's always an option too.
Fuck no.
Let's see what we get here. Random potion generator for 5e D&T. What do we got?
12.
A 12.
Ready?
A 12. Okay. This is... 12 is a rare. So that gives you... 12. Oil of Etherealness. Each dose can coat one medium-sized creature and their equipment and give them the effect of ethereal spell for 1 hour. Takes 10 minutes to apply. Contains 1 dose, because you got to coat your whole body. But he's like, this might make you feel lighter and less heavy. Maybe you could stay awake. You got to slather yourself up, though. We use this when we're cleaning chimneys.
Okay, yes.
No, I have another one if you want.
Would the ethereal potion be helpful, Frankhouse?
I mean, you could technically, if you slather yourself up, you could go in the water and fly around. Like, it gives you flight.
It gives me flight.
It's ethereal. You could, like, go through into the water and search and see what's going on. But it would take 10 minutes to put on. But you 100% could do it. And we're not in combat rounds, so... Well, you guys aren't. The boats behind you are.
You know what? Let's keep it. Let's
I have whiskey?
No, not right now. No, are you kidding me? We're under attack. Maybe afterwards.
If you go to the back of the boat, there was somebody who said they had coffee.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I lather and coffee. I got it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you.
Coffee.
You're like lather and coffee. He's like, no, that's not. As you're like walking to the back of the boat. Adriel, from the top, is there anything you want to do? What'd you get on your perception check?
I got a 17.
So looking off the front of the boat, you can see that there are hooks underneath the water line and the front of the boat that run down underwater.
Okay. I'm going to look at some of the dockhands or something and say there are hooks in the front.
There's
that
fishermen and stuff like that on the boat, yeah.
That may be keeping us in place or slowing us down.
Remedor goes. Remedor would probably be the best person because he's the wharf master for this. He says the only hooks that we use around here are anchor hooks to during bad storms keep boats in, but you don't hook them into the wood. You hook them onto the rails. They're heavy chains, but they're not here. They're only along the wharf area, further over.
Well, we had a map marked with a whole bunch of possible ambushes, so...
Okay. He heads towards the front of the boat.
I'll go with him in case there's any saboteurs there.
All right. And he grabs a knife out, puts it in his hand, and he dives in the water.
I would have tied a rope to him before he did that.
Yeah, he doesn't do that, but if you say, hey, wait a minute, you want to tie a rope, you could do that and tie it to the rail in case you're going to pull him up.
Yeah.
All right, audience, I need a d20 roll from the audience for him. 2 of them, actually, because he has perception. Anytime he is using perception in water or on water. And let's see what they get. While that's going on, is there anything you'd like to do besides man the rope? You hear arrows going off and people shooting and screaming behind you.
This only goes up to 30 feet. If are there any militia in this area that are shooting off arrows to try and help? Because I know, like, the Draconians went off to the back, but there may have been some up front.
No, none up front that you can see or anything. You guys are the lead ship out.
Okay.
So you can see, you know what I'm saying? You can see everything in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. So then, unfortunately, until something happens, there's really not a lot I can do. So I guess I would just keep looking, like be on alert in case anything does show up, or if he's in trouble. Like, I'm looking through the water. Like, I know it's gonna possibly be disadvantaged from the movement, but because of my Devil's Sight, I might be able to see stuff that's further in.
Does Devil's Sight let you see in the dark? Like, is it right? You can see in the dark with it?
It's regular darkness and magical.
So you see a little further in the water. He dives down, and he's got the hooks, and he's pulling them up, and he yells up, and he's like, tell him to back up.
Okay.
Because he needs to de-hook it. Because basically we went forward and yanked them taut.
Right. It's 30 feet. How far away is the captain from me?
You can just lean over and yell at top.
Then I'll yell it. I'll be like, we need to back up.
So
the hooks are digging in.
They hit the pedal and start going backwards. You see the first chain come undone. In the dark behind him, you see something swimming up through the water from below. And he's grabbing the second hook to detach it.
I'm not even going to wait and see if it's the creature attacking him. I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay, give me a roll to hit.
I mean...
Hey, I don't blame you. I would do the same thing. Did you guys put... where's he at here? Hold on. We need this. And then let me grab... I actually have cool artwork for all the crazy monsters. I forgot about this. Yeah! Every single Draconian, because there's tons of different ones.
I got 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's more than enough to hit. Give me your damage.
Yeah. Okay. It's a D10. 13 points, and then...
Okay.
I know it's going to add to the Takesis pool, but...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to spend one of these damage rolls to bump it up to a 15.
15 damage. Okay. Let me see.
Whatever
here.
it is, like if it's going towards him, I either want it to like stop to come after me or take it out.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. So this weird-looking creature, which is the Baz Draconians, little blurry. Let me see this here. There is one in here too, but I cannot actually find it. So let me do near. Whoop. So these things fly out. It actually has wings, but it seems to like hop and kind of climb. And as it hops and goes to grab a hold of him with a dagger drawn, you blast him, which that is enough damage to actually just outright kill him. As he falls into it, you hear the under the water as it explodes like a depth charge. And another one swims up next to it as he de-hooks the second one, since the roll from the audience was good enough. And he starts climbing his way out, and you can see a second one incoming. Because it is a minion, technically speaking, you can also roll to damage the second one.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, that was... so that's 12 points. And then... I will...
Would you like to spend another card to make sure you do enough damage?
Yes. I will do another +2 damage.
Okay. Let me find our art.
I clicked one from... Oh, the two that I used were both from Moxie 6 days ago.
Oops.
That's funny as hell, actually.
I just clicked them. I wasn't paying attention to who played them, and I was
funny.
like, oh shit.
So, what is your total damage?
That would be 14.
So as you blast the other one, the camera pans as that one explodes as well as he's climbing up. The camera pans back to the people standing, loading up the last couple. And from the docks, out of the brush, you see other ones running and charging their way down the docks towards you. But the ferry breaks loose and begins to move. As they are making their way out, they're going to run and jump Let's see if any of them can make this jump as a group. One of them latches onto the side of the ship, but unfortunately one's not enough for it to become a problem. As you see one of the militia stab it on the side and knock it back in the water as you begin to move. As a group, as we are pulling away from Vogler, and we're no longer anchored, do all of you have ranged attacks to help clear the rafts?
Yes. Yes.
With that
Also-
said, who's doing it? A group or individual?
So I hate to do this. I'm going to put something in our Discord chat.
I don't care. I have it pulled up. I know this group. Discord is forefront. It is literally secrets. So many secrets. I can't believe you guys like them so much. With that said, yeah, you can send it. I will pull that up. Is you sending it in group or to me?
In group.
Okay.
It's just secrets for the cat for
how many
everyone
people
who's
can
watching.
how many people will it hit?
It would hit 3.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's only 3 militia on your board.
Okay, then that will be my first action, depending on how long this lasts, because I can concentrate and keep it up to a minute.
Okay. So as you do that, and they start firing, I need everyone to give me 1d20 roll for the 15 that are out there.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
There's a reason why I cast
Or
a spell
you,
with the
if you
militia
don't want to do it.
people.
Now I will tell you, on failure, you are hurting a citizen.
Well, these are ability checks, though. I don't.
No, these
it's
are
not
attack
on a
rolls.
It's attack.
rolls. Well, but I mean, are we exhausted enough to where our attack rolls are at disadvantage too?
Does it make a difference? Is that what you're asking me? I think it's all
Yeah.
rolls, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I mean,
Let's
in
take a look
exhaustion
at-
in D&D 5e, aren't there levels to it?
No. No, I don't think so. I think it's just exhaustion, if I'm not mistaken. Exhaustion. Oh yeah, there is. You're right. There is levels. It's disadvantage on all ability checks. You're at level 1, not 2 or 3. You are correct. 3 is disadvantage to attack rolls.
Okay,
So
this
you're
is
good.
actually- Okay. Yeah, I just, for a little bit of flavor, because it's cool. Like Aldrin runs to the top of the back, and kind of like in his armor, you see like this really cool stick that he found on his way into town. It's got this really awesome horse head. He pulls it out, and you just see him like hold it as he turns the shaft, and this horse head like opens up to where it looks like the wings of a crossbow, and he just holds it up and. There's a little.
I can actually show players. It looks like this.
Bam! Yeah!
It's a horse-headed crossbow staff. It's a real fucking thing.
It's a leaner. Whoops. Try that one.
For those who are wondering what this is, it's an ordinary walking stick, but it's called the Traveler's Walking Stick.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's super cool. All right. What did you all get to hit?
That's a dirty 20 on my end.
Okay. Diana?
I'm lathering up and drinking coffee, and my cup slips and crashes on the floor, and I slip in the gunk that I'm lathering myself in, and I go to twist my short bow in, and total's a 7.
And you see like a guy parry one of the draconian sword, he gets hit right in the ribs and falls off the raft.
From me?
Yep, pretty new.
Because you failed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because you failed, you hit a citizen.
fuck. So...
And you're like, and you see someone like reaching in the water trying to get him out as the boats go. As you start to move forward, I'm going to take us to another set piece as we end this area. As you do in the background, you can see Vogler on fire as everybody is leaving. This is the scene. First off, I have the actual scene here, which looks like so. Which this is one of the ones from Feeling Grim that you have. Again, another divide that you can set down on stuff. But I also have it for Roll 20. Yeah, it's not good. Don't be excited.
Drew, I'm sorry. I'm disappointing Drew in chat. I'm so sorry. I'm rolling so bad.
So as it is burning, the entire village aflame, people panicking, rowing, and fleeing. As a top-down camera, as everything kind of goes underneath it, as it pulls up further, and in distance you can see that dragon crash as you were all pulling away in an explosion in the center of the city. And it is big enough for you to see as you're like a quarter mile out, as a pillar of smoke and fire hits. Rain coming down, and you can see the rain ignite on fire and start burning the village. People making out of here. It's not too bad. Can I get 2 audience members to roll 1d100 for the amount of people who were lost from the failed save, or not failed save, sorry, failed roll when we first started doing all this stuff, and from the exit. So if I can get 2 people to roll 1d100s in the audience, that's how many people we lose. Adam, does this feel familiar?
Right.
Does this feel like war paint?
Yeah, it really does. It feels like Parkland all over again.
That's right, Todd. 102 secrets per minute. Wow.
Ooh. 95. What's that?
46.
What is this numbers again?
How many people,
People
are
that
lost?
died.
Ready? +1 from Valina.
Was it a child or was it an adult?
Can I get a D20? On a 1 to 5, it was a kid. On 1 to 5, it was a kid.
That's just setting up our baby caltrop finger business.
Yeah, baby. God, that was that. I can't wait. I'm working on that video to go out. Let's see what we get. What? Yeah, +1.
Oh.
Let's see what we get here.
This is
JD, you killed them all.
Tuesday, you had
Nah,
group. You had one job. You needed to
One
make
job.
a survival check to save people.
Yeah,
and
they
you
failed
did
it. They failed it. You guys made the other ones. It was a 1 to 5. It's a
here
kid.
we go.
It's a kid.
The bank is bankrupt. As one kid eats it.
Bye, kid.
I
Bye.
can't get away from this.
Bye. Bye, children. With that said, Vogler on fire as the boat begins to make its way out down the Vanguard River towards the capital. Boys and girls, it is a couple-day trip. People are panicked, upset. I will move us to the moving river as we make our way out of here. Making our way as far as we can from it. You get away from the ash-coated waters. You get away from the burning fires, but the smell is still in the air. On each side of you, you're surrounded in rocks as you're sailing down the Vanguard River in this double-decker boat.
This is not gonna be good.
We're going to have a small little... there's still burning of trees and stuff from, like, stuff that has been hit from the armies making their way out. People are crying on the boats behind you. People are sleeping on the rafts as they're being towed. The captain has not slept. The only people who've really slept well as you leave here is Baracus the Younger. I will ask the group, do you sleep today or do you stay awake to keep this place safe? Otherwise, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I would definitely say I need to get some sleep for sure.
You know what? Namajors aren't quitters. I am staying awake for a second night.
Is that one of your Bond's ideals and flaws?
I guess it is now. Like, just knowing the little bit that I know between me and my cousin.
All right, Valina, are you staying awake or do you pass out? Or do you start pounding coffee out of a new coffee cup?
No, because of all of my bad rolls, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna sleep.
Oh, I guess when I set my mind to something, I follow through no matter what gets in my way. So sleep is for the weak.
I'll give you an inspiration.
All
You
right.
have an inspiration to use.
Let me roll this beautiful Conn.
See if you can get it. Constitution save. Second day, it is harder now.
Oh, I am using that inspiration.
All
'cause
right.
That was a 1.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Oh,
Girl.
Jesus.
Okay, yes.
Got
That
a
was an
little
18
sad
on the
music for
die.
us here.
That was an 18 on the die for 23.
Stay awake.
Michael Jordan rules.
Do you stay up on the top deck with the captain? Is that where you pretty much, so you can keep an eye out?
Yeah, because that way, if anything gets too unruly, I can try and help him keep the crowds under control, or like help the mayor with her speeches or something.
Valina and Adrian or Aldrin.
See?
I know,
It's
man.
hard.
It's not my fault you guys named the same shit. Aldrin, where do you all sleep? You say top deck? Do you go one of the other floors?
I I would go top deck, so I can, if
Okay.
I hear the sounds of trouble, then I can wake up.
Okay. Now, you're exhausted, so sleeping is easy. I will tell you that to wake up, if something does happen, you will be at disadvantage on your rolls because you're sleeping.
Yeah.
But they're letting you sleep.
Okay.
All right, in the cabin, in the helm area, the mayor would make her way over to the group. As the other two of you are sleeping, she would walk in, knock lightly on the door, because there's tons of people trying to rest.
I think it's just like Yelena and I don't know if she made her checks or she may be dozing too.
Yelena, that's a really good question. Let's roll for her. Natural 20. She is more than
Wow.
awake. She is sipping on a small potion.
Our family does not tolerate
No.
failure.
She says, I will make a lap while you're talking to Mayor Raven. And she goes, it's not Mayor anymore. It says Raven. I have no town. It's just Raven. She goes, then whatever you wish, ma'am. And she kind of walks by and leaves you all together. Bacchus wakes up in the middle of this. He goes, are we there? Are we in the capital yet? As he kind of wakes up, sitting in the captain's chair. The captain looks super tired. He's got coffee, but he's staying awake. His second mate has taken a few shifts. He's taken an hour break here and there, but he is taking the ferry down the river. Raven goes, we're heading to the capital, and I do not know how this is going to go. I've kept the ship calm with Remedor's help, but I feel like we might be in for a rude awakening when we get there. Adriel, do you and your companions have any sway with the governor there?
I mean, I sure hope so, because if not, there's going to be some words. Our family does not tolerate failure.
We packed a bunch of tents. We know that there probably isn't enough room in the city, but there are some surrounding town-stead areas, along with farms and things like that. Obviously, we're workers, but our capital is quite some distance from here, and I don't think the trip there for this many people would be smart. If we get turned away, we might not make going back up the river to the capital of Hinterland.
We will figure something out. If Calaman won't help, then at least some of the representatives will try. If I had a little bit more energy, I'd probably be a little bit more reassuring, but
She
I'm on
says,
my second night of no sleep.
do I have your word?
Yes.
Okay. I am writing down that you've given Raven your word that you guys will be taken care of, or they will be taken care of, one way or another. That's important. Gave word. All right. With that said, travel is pretty uneventful. The fact that you got out of there quick enough means that you have beat the army from traveling with you, and they've just instead occupied Vogler, which isn't good. But it does mean that everybody is together with very minimal casualties in the long haul. The captain switches off, and Baracus, when everybody is up, the younger, because it's about a 3-day trip, but you are going with the current. Bacchus goes, can I speak to the three of you in private in my semi-destroyed room that is occupied by an entire ship of people? Please? If you don't mind. Especially you, cousin.
Sure.
Excellent. You guys have gotten your rest. It has not been a full day yet, but it has been 8 hours for them. So Namajor, you would still be, fighting off the tiredness. He's got a really nice cot in here. It's almost bed-like. There's plenty of blankets and pillows. And he goes over to a mirror and pulls off a curtain and looks himself in the mirror and fixes his hair and makes sure he's good. He turns around and everybody's in the room. He grabs the partition that you would use to change and spreads it across the room. Everyone can still hear you. They just can't see.
Are you going to give us a show? I mean, what are you doing? Just privacy?
Oh, no, just privacy. Just privacy. Look, I gotta ask a question. I just don't want anyone to get concerned. But did my father make it out of the city?
You don't know?
How would I know? I was in the boat. I told him to pack up and leave. He was packing up the house. He said he would meet me on this so-called ferry that doesn't work. I said, don't worry. Then a bunch of people, very kind people, got it up and running. If he's not here, Kalaman's going to be really upset. He's on the fucking council.
Why didn't you make sure that he was here with you?
What am I supposed to do? Drag his 400-pound ass here?
Yes, he's your father.
He is a father. Yes, a father.
Oh, good Lord.
Baracus, or Baccaris, whatever.
Baccaris, I think is how we actually
Baccaris.
pronounce it. Hold on here. We're going to look. Hold on.
We're
I
like a
have
pronunciation
him.
guy.
We're going to, well, no, I just have him pulled up because I was wondering myself. Because I was like, man, his name seems weird. I think it's Baccaris. Baccaris. Baccaris the Younger.
Okay. Baccaris, I didn't see him.
What do you mean you didn't see him?
Granted, I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't seen anyone matching that description. Like I've never
Large,
actually met your
rotund
father.
man, purples and greens,
No.
missing all of his hair on top of his head. His beard goes out to like here. He honestly looks kind of like a clown. I've told him to trim it.
I haven't seen anyone. I can ask around.
Well, he ain't on the boat here, but is he on one of the other boats?
We were helping this boat, unfortunately, so we don't know who's on the other boats.
Look, I won't say that this is your fault, but people might.
Well, that is our fault that he didn't come.
That he didn't make it. I mean, they're going to place blame somewhere. Who do we point a finger at? We can't point it at him.
What about your dick cousin?
The one that we're talking to
That's
right now.
me! And she...
I mean, so that- okay, that's gotta be clipped. That's gotta be clipped. That's gotta be clipped.
It's only the
Holy
2 in
shit.
town.
He's just
Yeah, we're talking
had
to the-
no sleep. You finally wake up. You're feeling refreshed. You're like, what about your dick cousin? And he's like, I'm right here.
Drew, oh my God.
Well, he goes, thank you. You're not exactly the kindest person either.
What do you expect? Look at me and my scars. I'm not... Okay, go on.
Listen. So
Fucking-
here's the thing. We had to evacuate because of the army. And there is an attack. Like, you saw that brass dragon clockwork thing.
No, I did not.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, you were up here. Yeah.
Why would I have seen any of that? I was safe on a ship like a noble should be.
Right. So he may have been making his way, and maybe something happened to him when the creature started attacking.
I am just saying if he did not make it, that people are going to be upset. Specifically the council. He has much sway there. And you came here on behalf of the city.
As he's talking, can I roll an insight, just knowing the little bit that I know about his family?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. For those who are wondering what this ass clown looks like, I will show you. He is a dick. Every time he says my cousin's a prick, he is a prick. This is a factual statement. This is the guy. He looks like one. He acts like one because he is one.
He looks like Malfoy.
He does look like Malfoy a little bit. He does.
A little bit, yeah.
I was going to have somebody come play this guy.
Really?
I was going to have somebody play him for every episode. And I had a really snide dude to play it, but it just didn't work out.
I am looking for a +2 charisma.
There might be one left in there. If not, audience might have one to play.
Going to play one. Serving Hands played one about an hour ago, so I'm going to play that.
Perfect.
So that gets me 17
Okay, that's
good.
insight.
That's pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty good. He is being snide, and he's basically saying if push comes to shove and someone asks what happens, he's pointing the finger at the three of you because that's what he would do. And he's specifically eyeing his cousin.
Right, but when he's talking about how his father is a big guy on the council, is he lying about that?
He does have some sway.
Okay.
He definitely sits at the table during meetings.
Okay. So he's like saying this, talking about how someone's going to point blame. Like, well, I mean, if you're the only one pointing blame and you guys don't actually.
Whoa,
live in the
whoa,
capital.
I'm not pointing blame. I'm saying
I give him that look.
The council may do that. The governor will be very upset if my father's not there. They're in the middle of very big deal right now.
You know, the blame could be returned back with all of these boxes in here that you are not allowing others
These
to
are
survive.
pieces coming back to the city for the city of Kalaman. Please don't point the few fingers you have left at me.
I get real close in his face with my fist.
Are you intimidating him?
Yes,
yeah.
just by staring at him.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Okay. Please, I'm feeling better now. Please roll better.
Intimidation.
Okay, that's an 18 on the die. Plus intimidation.
I feel I play your theme
30,
song.
20. Oh, thank you.
For the group full of secrets, I'm gonna like lean over to Eastside and be like, he's gonna throw you under the ferry.
What did you say your total was there, Valina?
A dirty 20, so I rolled an 18 plus my...
He backs up. He's like, oh, look, I am not saying that you're bad people. I would hate for that to be what everyone thinks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure my father's fine. He would have made it out, right? He would have made it out. And the captain turns and looks at him and he goes, when we land this ship, you're the first person off and you are never to be allowed back on. If we are not able to leave Kalaman and stay there, we have to leave, you are not allowed to come. And he backs up yours. Can I get an advantage on your roll to see if you get anything higher?
This is to me?
Yeah, he's backing you up. He hates this guy. He's been listening to him for 2 days.
It's a 15 on the dice, plus my 2 is 7.
So Backer's like, I won't do anything. I'm gonna, you guys can stay in my room here and hang out all you want. And the captain goes, you're right. I'm gonna be sleeping in your cot. Go pull up the floor. And he lays down in the boy's cot.
And do you want this curtain as well for privacy?
Nah, I don't care. Take it down. Let the people sleep. Anyone else need a place to sleep? He's got plenty of pillows. And he starts grabbing the guy's stuff and just throwing it out to other people on the boat. He goes, you can afford it, right? Your family's rich. And he lays in the cot and goes to sleep as his second mate
The family is not so much the family from the fishing village. That's why they don't live in the main city.
Oh, are you throwing some sass on him?
Of course I am.
Can I get a roll here? This is very important. This could change the status of this group in the eyes of Vogler.
All right.
Persuasion or intimidation? What are you doing?
I am going to do. I think they're both about the same.
This is a very important. Short of killing this boy, this is damaging.
I'm gonna go with intimidation with it.
Okay, give me a roll.
Dice love me tonight.
Is that a lie? Is it
Is
it
a
a
total lie?
Okay.
I
Cool.
just played a social reroll.
Would you like to use a social reroll?
I'll use a social reroll.
Yeah, damn it.
I will mark it off the list that I just played it. I'll complete it.
Okay.
I am trying, sir.
That is a 14.
Okay. He goes. He looks around and he goes.
+2 to charisma.
Yeah, you take it. Use it.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
I'll do that.
All right, there we
16.
go. Marked it off.
He goes. He leans into you and he goes. Next family reunion, I'll make sure people know how you're treating me. And he like wanders and walks out of his own world. Defeated. I will tell you right now, the next social like interaction you have with him, he is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Until
He
he
is?
beats that roll, he is a disadvantage with you. But he also does not like any of you. Before he was just rude. He does not like you guys.
Yeah. When he walks out, I just want to throw another little quip at him too. Be like, if you're a real man as well too, if your father was dead, you'd supposed to be taking up his mantle, but I guess if you're gonna whinge about it, that's totally fine as well.
Just
have a good night.
Gives you the finger walking away.
Number 1, you got it.
And you hear, wow. You hear the people of Vogler going, what a prick, I never liked him. I don't know why their house is there. Now, it's spreading through the ship, and as he's walking, people are like, you're such a dick, and like people are now vocally being an asshole to this guy. 3 days to get to Kalamon. Namajor, do you stay awake for the last day?
This is gonna bite me in the ass.
It
yes.
sure fucking is. It sure is.
Well, I say yes. Let me rephrase. I'm going to try.
Hey, gotta give it a shot.
Like, Kelly has committed to trying.
I had a huge combat lined up for this, but you guys made it out of there in less than 2 rounds.
I face plant. I got a 13.
So as you go to walk out of the room, you hit the wall and get that like dizzy spell, like where you've been away. You know, the Gen Con Day 5 spell?
Yes.
And you pass out on the floor in the room. As the room goes black for you and everybody else goes about their business, slowly but surely you can start to see Kalamon in the distance as you begin to pull up. People start to cheer in the rafts behind you, waking people up on the ferry as you start to pull into a set of docks on one of the main gates in the Kalamon. Pulling it up on the map here for everybody. I'll pull this over so that the audience can see it as well. This is the main dock as they start unloading people and they start setting up tents. Now, when everyone gets off, left on the ferry before the rest of, like, all of you leave, everyone's unloading their stuff, Baccarus is gone immediately and starts telling someone to load his shit off. He tries to get Oppo to do it, he says no. He tries to get some of the militia to do it, they tell him to fuck off. The only person who helps him is a boy who walks up with a Solamnic Knight helm on, wearing a blue tabard and long black hair. And he's like, Baccarus, I'll give you a hand. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And he walks over and starts helping Baccarus take his stuff into the city. As that's going on, Remedor goes, of course, the one guy in the city who's still nice is willing to help that clown. As they're watching everyone unload the ship. The mayor, the captain, Remedor, and the 3 of you are standing on the dock outside of Kalamon. The capital you've been in, grown up in, lived here for as long as you want to say. Your companion, Adriel, walks by and says, I'm going to go let the governor know that we are here. I will be back in a couple hours.
Okay.
Should I let him know we need to speak with him about the situation out here? And should we bring the mayor with us for this, or should we just bring their ambassador? How do you want to do this? Honestly, I will say Remedor is a better speaker than the mayor herself.
I would say just bring Remedor, especially because the people of Vogler are going to need someone to help keep them calm.
All right.
And the mayor's pretty good. It seems like she's pretty good at speaking to most of her constituents.
Yeah, she seems to sway the city pretty well. They trust her. I can tell you that she has a really good role with the people of Vogler, even in this situation. Not a great role with other people, because she speaks like a fisherman. She has the ideals of fishermen. She doesn't understand the political nuances.
Right.
Hey, when's the last time you've been in the city?
For all of you, it's been almost a week, right? Between travel there, roughly about a week.
Your retainer is from here though, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both. I think you both are correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want me to go with? I could get you over to the house a lot faster.
No. I would like to kind of use the time to gather my thoughts on how I want to tell the governor. We just brought over 1,000 people to the walls of Kalamon.
No, of course.
Do you need something?
No. I was just gonna say if you wanted to get there a little bit quicker, but if you want to take the streets and stuff, I totally understand wanting to get your thoughts together. That's fine.
I need to gather what I want to say to the governor, and then I will come back and give you guys a date to meet. She would look at the 3 of you and go, should we meet at our spot before speaking to the governor?
Yes.
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 Should I get Torok and the knight?
Sure. If he wants to come, that's fine. Because a lot of times Torok doesn't. He likes to stay at the house, but that's fine. If you can get him to come, good. If not, that's all right.
All right. And she seems unnerved about getting the both of them. What do you all want to do standing on the dock with the mayor and Remador as you're waiting for a couple hours? Are you just helping everyone unpack? Is there anything that you want to do? Is there anyone you want to talk to? Is there any setup that you want to do before the meeting with the governor?
So I put one thing in our Discord chat.
Is that for them or me?
It's for them. I
Okay.
guess for you too. I guess it's for all of us.
All right.
Because we love our secrets.
Secret.
I believe so. I would assume yes.
So I guess that's a question for Erik then. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
That is not near here. I mean, it's a couple days out, but not like right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But like, so that's what. Okay. So how we haven't had a chance to examine it or anything.
No, do you
but-
want to do that here? We can do it live. It's why not? Or do you want to do it back at the chamber?
I think we'll talk about it in the chamber, I think, just so we can plan a little bit more. But like as we're helping, I guess, or we're talking about our game. I want to wait to talk about our game plan until we're at the spot. I don't want to do it in front of 1,000 people milling about.
Okay.
But I'll say, like, let's put together a plan when we meet. If this falls through with Calaman, it might be a couple of days travel, but we might have a backup. We just need to take a look at the paperwork.
Are you doing this like away from the dock and like as people are
Yeah.
doing things you're not near like any really important people?
Right.
Okay. I would say this. You do have a lot of stuff that is important. You do have some secrets. On top of having the secrets, if you are able to meet with the governor in a couple hours, do you wait out here while they're getting everything ready? Or do you let the mayor and her people kind of organize everyone here, give them a moment, go into the city, and come back?
I feel like we would do that. Let them have the moment.
Let them have the moment, and then if the governor's like, I demand to speak to them now, they might be more pissed off if they have to wait for us to come out here. From out here, you know what I mean?
Right.
So let's tell the mayor and Remador that we are going to follow my cousin in case the governor demands to talk to us immediately.
All right. So she's going to go to the governor. Are you guys going to the council, to the chamber?
If you two want to meet at the chamber to start discussing stuff, that's fine. Or if there's anyone that you have to report to, otherwise I will meet you once I'm done.
Actually, I could ask our new friend Oppo if he wants to go with me to the Maesters Guild and drop off that gear really quick.
He is unloading cargo for everybody. He's definitely been won over. His spirit is helping Vogler. More than likely, you would send people out here to get this stuff, but with what's going on, sending out the blue and silver, the militia for Kalamon, is going to be a little odd without knowing how you want to handle these people. You're basically, it's like breaking a line. Everyone's gonna be like, what's going on? Are we moving in? How's it going? Like, everyone's in a panic state right now, making tents and places to stay along this like 15-foot tall cliff face. It's up to you if you want to risk that. I will pull, I think I have it here. Is it in here?
Would you be able to hire some, I don't want to say dock hands, but like any warehouse workers that could be sent instead of a militia?
You could go in and tell the Masoners Guild to send somebody.
Yeah, I could. All right, yeah, if that's the case, then
Because I think that'd be more
go
low
ahead
key
there.
if we're concerned about that.
All right.
No, that's fine. That's fair. No, I could.
So moving in.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll go talk to them and see if I can get some. I'll let them know where they can find everything. And
Okay.
Absolutely.
So as you get towards the gates heading in here, this is the area you're coming in from the northwest and the river that goes across in Capwn. As you get to the private entrance, as people who are citizens here that have done stuff for the mayor, they know who you are. Out of the side, what looks like stone moves as the two of you move by. Who leads the pack out of the three of you? I'm assuming the messenger probably does because they know the way around.
Yeah.
A hand reaches out and grabs your shoulder from out of the stone.
Out of the stone?
And he goes, the city's in trouble. I was told to get you for the Masoner. As your companion. God, this guy's so fucking creepy looking.
Yes, looks good.
Did it pop up for everybody?
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Oh,
You don't see him?
I don't see
Hold
him.
on here. We'll pull him up. I know he's here. I saw him.
Oh, I only see him on Adams. Mine doesn't show up either.
I got to show to all players. That's why. He is a solid stone. Actually, you know what? I'll let you describe him as I pull him up. I think it only makes sense.
Yeah, so as you guys kind of peek through the stone, it's about a 6'6" tall, entirely stone.
There we go.
Yeah, lion-esque warrior gargoyle. He's got like algae growing off of him. Very like just scary looking, like the pointed. Massive stone greatsword. And like his hair, it's almost like the way that the sun hits it, almost like it looks like it can almost like be fluttering in the wind, but he's solid stone. But the way he moves is very fluid, and it's very cool. But he's very tall, he's twice my height.
Does he
almost
carry, like, is he carved with the symbol of Capwn? Like, was he original piece of architecture here?
Actually he is
cool.
there's on like his belt, like on the giant belt, there's a what looks like it could be like a jewel, but on one side is the Capwn, and then on the other side is the Easttide sigil.
I think I have a Capwn symbol.
Yeah, he is essentially the protector of the Easttide house here.
Oh, I did not realize that. Okay. So as he walks out, the guards startled. They're still not used to him showing up. And he goes, the governor has asked me to let you know that he will have time to meet with you in about 4 hours.
Right? Do
you wish me to set up our private chambers for a meeting before?
Yes, please, if you could do that. Thank you, friend.
He's here.
Who's here?
He is here.
He's here.
Yes. I would like you guys to remember what we discussed literally the other day, and you picked the last two options.
Wait. I guess I forgot.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure is.
I will repaste the last two parts for you in our chat, Diana. There you go.
You could pin it. I would say pin it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
So, all right. Is he able to meet us in the council?
He's already in the chambers.
Already there?
Yes. He has been moving things in.
Okay. No, that's fine. I appreciate it, Tora. Thank you, friends. Yeah, if you want to make everything ready for us, we'll make our way over there for sure. Make sure everybody is good here, and then we'll work our way that way.
Will do. And he walks around the corner, and as like he moves in, all the stone that's in the city, he just blends as he goes across the rooftop and starts making his way back towards your chamber. Now, we have not decided in the city where the chamber is. I just realized that we get to call this a Chamber of Secrets. I didn't even think about that till today. We get to call this the Chamber of Secrets. Secrets. With that said, you have a couple of hours. Do you go straight to the chamber? Are you going to the city to grab stuff? Is there anything the three of you want to do before you go meet him?
The fact that, I don't know about you guys, but the fact that Torak just came out was like, he's here. He feels like, okay, and like just beelines towards the Chamber of Secrets.
You do?
Well, I mean, like, we have 4 hours, and we're meeting him before the governor, so maybe we need to get our plans put together a bit more quickly than we thought. I don't have anything else to do. Like, with what I was supposed to do, my job is to end up eventually reporting to the governor. So I basically have 4 hours to burn off nervous energy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys have to do. Like, if you guys want to do other stuff, that's cool. But that's just, it feels like, well, I have nothing better to do until the governor's ready to see me, so.
Well, I should, like you said, I should go to the Maester and let them know so they can go out and get all the supplies that they need, and then I can be there.
I think it's best for me to report to the marshal here, Erik.
You could report to the marshal. What would you like to go tell her?
What we found in the tomb of Isbin.
Then I would say probably, with that said, I would say probably your retainer is probably there, being who they are, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I will show her to players and put her on screen for everybody as well. So this is the other retainer that we have not seen yet. She is standing, talking to the marshal. They are having a pretty serious conversation about a prisoner. And when you walk in, how close are the two of you?
Me and the retainer, or me and the marshal?
You and the retainer.
I would say we were very close. And I'm sure she kind of holds something against me for my background and what happened.
That's up to you. She doesn't have to. She seems to feel that you're redeemed or your childhood friends or whatever. She may not hold anything against you. That is 100% up to you.
I don't think she would be against me at all.
Okay.
She's probably happy that I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Out.
I'm fine with that. So with that said, they are chatting. They both stop when you show up. As you see, part of the army leaving the marshal's area is knights in silver and blue start heading towards the front gate to make sure nobody enters the city. The marshal's like, yep, line up, lock the gates, do not let any of the refugees that have arrived into the city. And sure enough, is it Kalena? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sure, that's fine.
Kalena?
Kalena.
Kalena?
No, that sounds like Belina.
Yeah. You guys are the worst. It's like you fucking hate me.
No, there was a reason for that name.
I know. Kalena it is. Kalena.
There you go.
Baxton, is that how you pronounce it?
Wait, no, not Kaylee. Do
Kailina?
Do Kailana, because it's, to make it different.
Kailana. I'm going to write this down. K-I-Lana.
Kailana.
Is it?
Baxidin.
Baxidin? Okay.
Yes. And Drew, tell me if you're still here. I'll tell you why.
No, don't. I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
So she walks up and puts her hand out to give you a shake, the proper hand, not the one you're missing. And she says, we're sending the army out front to make sure that none of the people you brought back make it into the city before we decide what we're doing. It's not a sign of force. They are bringing food and water for the refugees. Just as a reminder for you, why are you still dressed this way?
Sorry, Scott tickled my throat. Worst timing.
I mean, you were on a boat for 3 days, haven't slept, had coffee, covered in ethereal potion. It hasn't been a very good time for you.
Look, some of the people know who this person is, so I was trying to blend in, but of course I can just take it all away right now.
What do you mean people know who you? And she looks at the marshal. Marshal puts her hand up. We don't have time for this right now. Says to her, she says, "Can I do anything for you, Valana, before we head out front?"
Yes, I just wanted to inform you of what the findings are that I found in the tomb of Ispen.
Oh. Yes, please. Do you share these secretly, or do you want to do it on screen? We have not shared on screen what has happened yet. Would you like to do that? I mean, I'm fine stirring the pot.
I mean, the secret is, it's basically just the journals and the shield.
And no, not the shield.
Bars.
You guys didn't take the shield.
Oh, that we took. Yeah, I was sure that we took everything, and then the bars.
Okay.
Whatever those bars are that I have no idea about.
She goes, bars of metal?
Yes, there's some form of liquid over the body. And I don't know if it has to do with the lance or what, but...
Your retainer looks at you with a combination of fear and... I would say disbelief. She's like, you did not find dragon metal.
So what is it?
Well, what you're describing is dragon metal.
Diana, check chat.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Those bars are dragon metal. Those are extremely rare and have not been seen since the war. Are you positive? And remember, I would like to point out, your retainer is wearing a Knight of the Sword for Solamnia. Or no, crown. Sorry, Knight of the Crown for Solamnia. The rank up, it goes sword, crown, rose. Knight of the Crown.
Yelena told all of us what it was. You were in the room with us.
Yeah. Well, she might not have been paying attention.
True.
I didn't know she was playing it up so that she, could lie about it. Do you understand if that is something that we actually have, we need to tell the rest of the knights? We need to tell everybody in the city who has anything to do with the order. We also need to make sure that we are putting them in a safe place. I'm hoping you don't have it in your bag. This is your retainer, kind of like, not reprimanding, but definitely giving you the, are you fucking kidding me?
I personally don't have them. But that's what we discovered. I don't know what happened to it.
Who does?
I don't know at this point because everything was taken away.
Marshall, if you don't mind, I'm going to head to the front so you can decide what to do with this. Elena, please don't be getting us in trouble.
Okay, I am.
Whatever this is.
Okay, I'll go back to myself.
Why are you wearing a mourning veil?
The town is dying full of people. It's sad. Plus, I don't want them to see my scars. It's awful.
Yeah.
The people must look to a nicer thing.
Okay. Sure. Right. She side-eyes the marshal, side-eyes you, realizes something's going on that you probably shouldn't know, and she leaves. Anything else you want to talk to the marshal about besides spilling the information you have so far? Is there anything else?
Just the journals, the runes on the journals.
I would say we should talk to the governor about this. I'm assuming you've set up a meeting so that we can speak together. I will tell you there is going to be a council meeting about the people outside of Kalama.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to do or be or who?
I mean, right now, not in trouble would be appropriate. And just be ready to speak to the governor. He's going to want to, I hate to use the word debrief, but they thought you were going to the Kingfisher Festival and the funeral. Now, from the little bit of information we have, it sounds like Vogler is on fire.
Yes, it is. It's being under attack.
Yes, let's meet with the governor. I must make sure that the army out front with our veterans and some of the knights are making sure everyone's taken care of. The last thing we want to look like is an uncaring city. Why is it every time I send you to do something, you bring back problems? This was supposed to be easy.
Sorry. I'm trying.
You did well. Like, I'm sorry. And she put her hand on your shoulder and she's like, just grab your pay and I'll see you with the governor later. And she points to the table. Grab your stuff. Anything else you want to do before we cut to the chambers?
Get out of this outfit and...
All right, so you
become
change.
myself.
What, for the people who are here, what did you look like before and what do you look like now? Because this is probably pretty important for a few people. I'm just saying. I'll even give you, here, you can have the camera for yourself. What, here, let me make sure. Let me bring you on. Hey, it doesn't matter now. Okay, come on. What do you got? Let's go. Yeah, come on.
I was dressed as Ispin's widowed wife. I have the deed to the stronghold.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't think they knew about that, but they do now.
Well, you said it in the show.
I said that the widow got it. You are correct.
You did. And I'm the widow, and you told me to tell him what I was. So
Yep, nope, that's, yeah. That is the case at hand right now. Are we all, then we're going to go to the chambers, I think, to talk, right? Because I got surprises for this group, too. This group thinks they have all the secrets.
No, we
have no secrets. We're going to see how this goes. Let's go back to the group. So, as the group makes their way through the city, I'm assuming you stop by the Masoner, or you tell the Masoner things are being delivered. When you show up to the office is empty. Everybody is out working for the day. You can leave a note for him if you want, which is probably pretty normal between you. You put down the deed, or not the deed, the writ that says here's all the stuff being shipped. It's on the ships out front. You're going to have somebody come get it. About the time you do that, the rain finally stops. And as it does, when you turn around to walk out, there is a large, rotund man, half of his face covered in bandages, purple and green, as you are leaving. He goes, "Where's my boy?"
Oh, Uncle, you made it.
Yeah, no thanks to him.
Well, last time we saw him, he was on the East Side Ferry. It's good to see that you're all right. Where did you end up? What ship did you end up on?
A fucking raft.
These fucking rafts, darn.
Burned. And he like holds his arm up and like it's all wrapped, bandages down. This side of his face is wrapped. His hair is all gone on this side. The little beard that he had is gone. His clothes are burned up. He hasn't even changed yet. He is the worst you have ever seen him.
Oh, you don't look good. It looks like you got everything taken care of, but you feeling all right? What happened?
What do you mean what happened? A goddamn dragon crushed my house and burnt me alive. And then some kid pulled me out and left me there to die.
Really?
Some Darrent, some child. He said his name was Sir Highwater.
So you saw him? Oh, all right. Well, that was actually, I do believe, one of the squires of Becklin back in the city. But,
oh, that fucking knight?
Yeah, but I last I heard is she went out and tried to divide up the army that was coming into the city.
Yeah, of course.
And, well, it's a good thing that you made it. I don't know where your son is. He decided to grab all of his belongings, make it onto the ship, and he hasn't been much help with anything at all.
When is the little shit ever a help?
Never.
Well, it's the only thing
definitely something you and I can agree. Exactly. As we say it like at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Do you happen to know where the Masoner is? I need to buy a house in town since I no longer have one.
No, I mean it looks like everyone's. I was just leaving him a message because I went there to the city. I had to get some Masoner's tools, but I picked those up. I was just leaving a message to send some people out to get it later when he has an opportunity to.
All right, I'll leave a message for him as well. I guess it's good that you made it out.
Yeah. Do you want me to write it for you? You okay to write it? I could always write it down for you.
He goes like he does. His burnt hand. He goes to grab the pen and he's like, "Yes, if you could write it, that would be great."
Absolutely.
Do you write what he asks?
Yeah, I'll write what he asks. Especially, I'm not. I really don't like my cousin. I'm not a fan of the uncle. I don't interact with him as much as I have with the cousin, but he looks like shit. I do feel a little bad for him right now.
He looks like this.
Yeah.
But only half the hair.
He only looks half as good.
Yeah, here. I'll put it on screen for everybody else to see, too. He looks like a this. But burned and scorched. And not the best. So, you sign the paperwork and the camera cuts from there to all of you making your way back to your chamber. Now, I have the city map up. We have not discussed this privately. Where in the city do you want this chamber of yours to be? So I'm gonna pull up. Actually, I will go to my map. You guys know where everything is, so I will actually pull them all up for you. Wherever you would like them to be, I am 100% fine with them being there. I don't care if it's hidden in the castle, if it is hidden in one of the buildings, wherever you feel it makes sense for it to be, we will go with that. And I'm letting you decide this now because it will determine something else. I think that's everything. I think I marked it all. The Fisher's Gates is where you all came in. Over here, I think. No. You guys came in. You guys came into the northwest.
Frankhouse, what's the Hetch Warehouse? What would we know of that?
Which one?
Hetch Warehouse.
Warehouse, sorry.
The Hetch.
Right.
Hetch Warehouse.
Yes.
The Hetch Warehouse is... Let me grab it for you. I believe it is storage for the city in general. Yeah. It is storage for the city, it looks like. Let me find... Storage for city, privatized, not something that most people have access to.
That might be why our chamber's there.
Yeah. That's why I wanted
Exactly.
to ask, because not many people are going to be there.
I mean, I don't think I'm making sure there's nothing extra that we would have to worry about.
You're late for your stream arrival, ma'am.
It doesn't, oh wow. It doesn't look like it, yeah. It doesn't look like there's anything extra other than that for what I can tell you right now that you all would know about.
All right.
Should we make it there?
I think that makes sense because if we're reading the map correctly, it's near a major entrance.
Yeah, that's
To the city?
I didn't notice I didn't put that. That's the Warriors Gate. That goes east
Yeah.
out.
So-
and then we have the water, the docks nearby, too.
Yeah.
Yep. And it could be any building. It doesn't have to be a major thing. It could be any building on the map. I don't give a shit where you put it. That's my point.
Well, I'm thinking it might be in one of the privately owned areas by the Hetch Warehouse.
Okay, cool. All right. Then with that said, as you walk in, how do you get into this place? What is the entrance? How do you have it set up?
There was through some of the back alleyways, was able to find a very small, there's a couple little alcoves as you go through some of these back alleys, like dips and everything as well too. You kind of jump into a mini sewer drain. Go about.
Did you find this? Is this your doing?
Yes.
All
this
right.
is me.
So I have it on there. Drag your characters onto the map, wherever you would like to put them, before we transfer over. You can hear a slight commotion of someone speaking in another language. Quickly, you can make out that it is Draconic.
I'm gonna need to sign up for Hooked on Phonics or something, you guys.
Fairly smooth way of speaking.
I can, yeah. We can
And there is a Solomonic tone to the way that they talk. Making your way in, there is a portal at the back of this place, and there are these creatures bringing in chests and statues and chairs, and they're slowly filling this space. With that said, I will move us over to this map to close this out for the evening. Coming up on top of the carpet rolling in, it literally rolls out as you walk in. It never used to be here. He's like, yes, that is fine. Put the carpet through there. Please make sure there's light from those windows. I will bring one of the mages in shortly to illuminate this place since it is dreary and drab. And he turns and looks at the three of you and he goes, ah, yes! I didn't know you were going to be home so soon. I figured I would make myself comfortable. He's a human, long, dark hair with silver tips. His eyes are, I would say, almost like a mercury, similar to the metal that you all found when he blinks and then they go to a blue. And he makes his way up. And he says, if you could move that stuff there, bring food in. Are you all hungry?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Probably eat
believe-
something.
Table, food, anything particular you want for food?
Nothing particular. Whatever's available.
Well, you can have whatever you want.
Yes, meat. Meat sounds good. Haven't had meat.
Meat. Rare?
Yeah. I like medium.
Medium, yes.
Yes, please.
No, I don't.
With some form
Not
of
the
vegetable.
temperature. I meant. Fine. I will get us meat.
Actually, lamb. If there's any lamb
lamb
around,
chops.
lamb is delicious.
Uh,
Yeah.
We can definitely have lamb made and brought here in a matter of 20, 30 minutes. Please tell me, how did everything go in Vogler?
It definitely went.
Did you find Ispin's stuff?
We did.
Did you perform the ritual, as we spoke about?
I did, and I pull out the journal.
Did it leave anything behind? Did the being on the other end answer you?
They did, but I had to tell them I was an attendant of Ispin Greenshield, because otherwise things would have gone poorly.
That makes sense. She was
Everything
never
else I-
trusting.
Everything else I told her in the conversation we had was truthful, though, so for whatever that's worth.
Do you believe they know the deception that was done? That you took everything? Do you think that the friends of Ispin know?
I don't know. I kind of looked to Aldrin and Felina.
I mean, we were careful as much as we could be, most definitely. But yeah, in any story that we did need, we were able to I do believe hide any of that. But other than that, well, we helped out as much as we could there with what had happened, and we were very truthful about everything else.
Well, let's do this. Put everything out. And he grabs a table and drags it over. Let's figure out what the journals of Ispin are, and more importantly, did you get the deed to my mother's place? Oh, I don't wish for it. It's yours. That is yours. I will reside here. We'll use this as our grounds to speak on, but that's yours.
You don't want this?
No, payment for the work. It is a nice place. It has been attacked during the Chaos Wars, but it could easily be repaired. I think we can fund the money as it looks back through the portal, and you can see he's moving in like money and treasure and things along those lines. I'm going to drop a name. Actually, I am going to drop a link in our Discord for the three of you to make sure we are all on the same page for who this person is. Specifically, the
Okay.
name.
Yep. Okay. Oh boy.
So,
Okay.
did you meet his friends, Ispin's?
No.
I actually did. There was one. He accompanied me on the way to the city. Very nice gentleman. Definitely loved his fire for sure. But He was a pretty good man, and apparently they were out and about the city as we were there as well. We never really ran into them again.
I was supposed to meet up with Taryn Greystone at some point, I guess, but between the attacks on Vogler and the Red Dragon army, I didn't have a chance to track him down.
Do you believe them to be allies, or was Ispin swayed by someone else? You know, the Knight of the Rose was not always, I should say, has not turned out to be the most trustworthy people.
So, I'm not going to tell him what Cudgel said to Aldrin because I wouldn't know that. But I do remember. I do remember Cudgel and Becklin telling us, like in general, that they didn't know very much about them in terms of like their personality.
That is correct.
I think there's something about how we could trust Taryn because he was a knight. But the two sisters were of elven descent. We're not quite sure what their deal is. And then there was the gentleman that Aldrin traveled with. So I'm going to say I don't know. I haven't heard anything good or bad about them. I guess they were helping out during the attack, the final attack, but I don't know how much of that was hearsay.
Are we safe here? Does anyone know that this place exists, or is it just you and your people we spoke of? He's obviously speaking about the retainers.
Well, just us.
Governor doesn't know. The marshal doesn't know.
No.
Well, then I'm going to stretch out because this is way too cramped. And they grab a clasp and pull, and the armor starts to fall off into silver coins and feel the ground around them. As that happens, the camera pans away as a large shadow starts to form on the ground. It says, then we need to get to work before you speak to the governor. And I'm going to cut us there as your person you're working for makes an appearance for the three of you. Off camera, we will discuss who this is and what's going on.
Secret.
You didn't have to fight. I'm very proud of you. I thought for sure there was going to turn into some fighting going on. I had a huge combat set. But with that said, does anyone have anything going on before we go into our Dragonlance minute at the end here? Any new stuff as we close out our night for the evening?
Wednesday, check me over at Homebrews and Homebodies.
Okay.
We've got our penultimate episode of Carpe Diem. Come check me out as Big Red and Big Red.
Is that Carpe DM? Never mind.
Oh,
Carb.
that'd
It's
be good.
Carbe.
Carbe. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Carbs?
Carbe. Because lots of food deliciousness. And then I think on Friday is the season finale of Adventure over on the DAT Network as well too. So that's gonna be happening.
Star Drew just yelled at you and said, Adam, stop! Quit saying secret. Secret.
Hi, Star Trek.
Our Lord and Savior, Michael Jordan.
Our Lord and Savior. Hey, I did not say he didn't have a number 23 on it. I promise you that's not it. Diana, you got any shows? Are you back with Ladies of Lake this week? Right?
Yes, I am. Ladies of Lake on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, on Femme Gamer Party's channel.
Alright.
So come check us out.
That used to be Ladies of D&D for those who are new to the channel or watching this on YouTube later. I'll put a link in the description, actually, for everybody afterwards. I don't know if I have them in there. Well, with that, the stonework moves and your companion shows up as a door upstairs closes. And your two retainers make their way down for your first meeting with your patron in your secret chambers hidden in the city. And with that said, I'm going to close this out and go to our Dragonlance minute here because I know we have a bunch of people in the audience who, one, are new to the show, and two, are on tomorrow's show. So I would like to do a little something fun. Wave bye, everybody.
Bye,
Friends,
everyone.
love you all. See you in a couple weeks.
Woo!
Yep.
Well, everybody, and for those who don't know what I was talking about, during our last episode with them, we had discussed some things, and I would like to point out that when they did the ritual, there were gold coins that came up and made a gold dragon's head that, after some conversation, melted away into silver. Don't worry, it's not that one. It's not that dragon. If you want to watch more of our shows, I think here is going to be videos and stuff that you can watch, and then the subscribe is over here. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to have merch dropping when we come back, not for tomorrow's show, but in a week, 2 weeks afterwards. We're off the first week of each month, so tomorrow will be our last show on EFP for the rest of this month. We're going to take a week off, and we'll come back with all the fun stuff. Watching Paint Dry will be back. Both of these shows will be back, and we'll have merch for our lovely heavy metal enthusiasts here. I've been working on something very awesome. If you want to watch more of what we do, check those out, and I will be on Cobalt Chats on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining us, and what can I say? I may have something planned that involves a very special dragon. Who knows?